Hey everyone, listen up for a second. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, she just gets so lucky. The way good things happen for her, the way she bounces back when tough times try to pull her down, you might call that good fortune. But if you think that, then you're missing the entire point. What you're seeing, that's not just plain luck. That's a very special kind of safeguarding. It's a mighty power that has been working quietly in the background, keeping her out of harm's way, making sure she keeps moving ahead, even when everything else says she should just collapse. And if you truly want to understand what it means to be looked after, not by chance, not by random happenings, but by something much grander, something much more powerful, then stick right here, because I'm about to explain what that truly looks like, what that feels like, and why that safeguarding truly changes everything for her. A might that goes beyond simple chance is not something you just stumble upon or accidentally pick up when the air blows in your direction. It's not about rolling the dice or a sudden spark of good fortune that brightens her way. No, what she holds within her is much, much deeper. It's a strength that goes way down deep, a power that doesn't rely on coincidences or good luck, but on something far more solid, something that doesn't wobble, doesn't give out. And just think about those times when everything seems to be falling to pieces. The world feels like it's closing in, the pressure builds up, and people expect her to just fall apart, to quit, to walk away. But she doesn't. She stands firm, not because good luck smiled on her that day, not because some random chance handed her a winning ticket. She stands firm because there's a deep inner strength in her that comes from something beyond what we can see and what we can understand. It's a power that quietly says, no matter what challenges you send my way, I'm still right here. I'm still standing tall. I'm still making progress. This inner power is not something she got by being the smartest one, the quickest one, or the strongest one in the room. It's not simply about natural gifts or putting in a lot of effort, even though those things certainly help. It's about something far more profound, a hidden force that keeps her steps safe, that protects her from bad things, that guides her when the path ahead seems unclear. When you observe her getting back up again and again, do not mistake it for luck. That is a complete misunderstanding. What you are witnessing is a quiet power that moves gently but can move giant obstacles. People often talk about luck as if it's a lucky break, a chance meeting, or a random favor from the universe. But true inner strength isn't like that at all. True inner strength is built when facing tough situations, tested when enduring difficult times, and proven in the absolute hardest moments. She has gone through struggles that would have completely overwhelmed most people. She has dealt with heartache, failures, betrayals, and deep loss. And yet, here she is. She is still standing tall. Not because she got lucky, but because she is cared for by something much bigger than what we can see with our own eyes. Picture a soldier heading into a fight. Luck might help some stay alive, but it's the protective gear, the careful training, the constant safeguarding that truly matters. She is going into her own daily battles with a kind of invisible armor on, something no one else can see, but something that keeps her safe. That deep power that goes beyond mere chance is the big difference between falling apart and getting back up, between giving up and pushing ahead, between staying quiet and letting out a mighty roar. This inner power is not loud or showy. It doesn't yell or brag. It works calmly, steadily, and without ever giving up. It's the quiet stillness in the middle of a storm, the feeling of calm in all the confusion, the light in the deepest darkness. When the world expects her to crumble into pieces, she surprises everyone by standing strong. That's not luck. That's powerful safeguarding, and it is a mighty force. Every single time she wakes up and decides to keep pushing forward, she is showing something to the world and to herself. That inner power isn't about luck. It's about being able to bounce back. It's about deep belief. It's about knowing deep down that no matter what comes her way, she is covered, she is shielded, and she is meant for more than just barely getting by. She is meant for truly flourishing. Some people go through life thinking their success is just good fortune, but she knows much better. She has been through very tough times and has come out even stronger. And she understands that what looks like good fortune is actually a quiet, strong force working behind the scenes. It is the reason she can still smile when facing difficulties. It is the reason she never loses hope, no matter how dark things become. This inner strength, this power beyond coincidence, is a reminder to everyone watching. Don't be fooled by what you see on the surface. What you call good fortune might just be the result of unseen safeguarding, quiet determination, and a heart that simply refuses to give up. It's a power that is much bigger than the troubles she faces and much stronger than the doubts she hears. She is not simply lucky, she is looked after. And that safeguarding gives her an inner power that goes far beyond mere chance. A power that cannot be easily measured, explained, or predicted. It's a power that says, I will rise again. I will keep fighting. I will win. And that, my friends, is the kind of inner power that completely changes lives. Invisible protective gear is not something you just put on and take off like a coat. It's not a visible shield you can see or a helmet you can touch. It's a hidden force that wraps around her in those moments when she feels most vulnerable. This protective gear isn't made of metal or cloth. It's woven from something much deeper. Something that protects her very core, her thoughts, and her spirit when the world tries to break her down. Every single step she takes, every single move she makes is kept safe by this hidden safeguarding. When storms rage all around her, when the winds of doubt and fear try to push her off balance, that protective gear holds her steady. It's the reason she doesn't fall apart, even when everything inside her is screaming to just quit. The world doesn't get to see this protective gear, but it's there, stronger than any weapon, tougher than any difficulty. You might wonder how she keeps going when it seems like everything is against her. How does she keep her head held high when the voices of negativity are loud? It's because of that hidden protective gear. It's a shield that pushes away the hurtful words, the harsh realities, and the endless problems. You see her walking through life as if she completely owns the place, calm and in control. But beneath that calm exterior is a safeguarding so powerful, so real, that nothing can get through it. It's not about being untouched or disconnected from everything. It's about being deeply connected to a power that does not allow bad things to win in the end. It's the reason she can face betrayal and still find a way to trust again. It's the reason she can endure pain and still smile with hope in her eyes. And this hidden protective gear doesn't mean she can't be hurt at all. She feels the impacts. She feels the pressure. But what makes her different is that the blows don't completely break her. They don't shatter her spirit or stop her heart, because that protective gear absorbs what would otherwise completely destroy her. It's like walking through fire and coming out without even a single burn. How? Because she is looked after. And here's the amazing thing about hidden protective gear. It doesn't need to be seen to work. You don't need to know it's there for it to do its job. You don't have to see the shield around her to understand that she is safe. That's the wonderful part of it. Its power is quiet, modest, but never gives up. It's always there, guarding her silently in the background while the world is busy looking at the surface. When people look at her and wonder how she's still standing, how she's still fighting, they're seeing the result of this protective gear, but not the cause. They don't see the countless times she has been kept safe from falling deeper into sadness. They don't see the moments when this hidden shield caught her, when she almost gave up entirely. This protective gear is built on deep belief. Belief not just in herself, but in something much bigger. It's trusting in the safeguarding that surrounds her, even when she can't physically feel it. It's the absolute certainty that no matter how hard life pushes, she will not be broken. That's the true power of this hidden protective gear. It's a feeling of calm and strength that goes beyond easy understanding. And that calm, that strength, it changes absolutely everything. It gives her bravery when fear wants to take over. It gives her hope when the future looks bleak. It gives her a reason to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. This protective gear is her lifeline, her strong fortress, her secret tool. So when you see her succeed, don't think it's just luck. Don't think it's just good timing or random chance. Know this: she is looked after by a hidden protective layer that is tougher than any obstacle. That's why she can walk through life with her head held high, unafraid and unshaken, because she is not walking alone. She is protected, and that safeguarding, it's what makes her unstoppable. It's what keeps her moving even when the world says she should stop. It's what feeds her passion and keeps her inner light shining brightly. It's hidden from everyone else but her. Yeah, and that's the greatest strength of all. A clear sense of purpose, rather than just random chance, is what sets apart those who merely drift through life from those who move with deep meaning, incredible power, and unstoppable forward movement. She is not the result of random chance or accidental timing. Her victories, her comebacks, and even the difficulties she faces, all of it is a part of a larger, grander design. A design that is unfolding step by step, moment by moment, with clear intention and careful planning. When people see her achieving things, they say, wow, she's so lucky. They attribute it to coincidence, to simply being in the right place at the right time. But what if I told you it's not coincidence at all? What if every single thing happening in her life, good or bad, is working toward a purpose so clear, so powerful, that no coincidence could ever truly recreate it? Purpose is a force that moves through her life like a flowing river, slowly cutting its way through solid rock. It doesn't rush or panic. It doesn't stop just because the path is difficult. It flows steadily with clear determination, unstoppable. And because of that strong purpose, every setback, every failure, every no is not an ending. It's a clear signpost pointing her towards something even greater. Look at her life carefully. The challenges she has faced were not random, unfortunate events. They were tests. They were important lessons disguised as difficulties. They were the very things she needed to experience to grow, to strengthen her resolve, and to prepare her for what is coming next. Purpose means that nothing is wasted. Nothing is without meaning. Every experience is like a building block. Every struggle is a stepping stone. This purpose doesn't shout loudly, it whispers gently. It's a quiet confidence deep inside her. It tells her to keep going when her mind wants to give up. It's the calm voice in the middle of chaos saying, you are exactly where you need to be. Keep moving forward. It's the hidden hand guiding her steps, even when she can't clearly see the road ahead. And because she moves with a strong purpose, she is protected, she is shielded, not because life is easy for her, but because the force behind her life is far greater than any obstacle. It's a force that says, this is your important moment, and nothing can stop you. And when that moment arrives, it's no coincidence, it's fate. When she stumbles, it's not a failure, it's a valuable lesson. When doors close, it's not the end, it's a change of direction. When people doubt her, it's not rejection, it's preparation. Because purpose understands that the journey isn't always smooth, but it is always full of meaning. A clear purpose, rather than mere coincidence, means she is not at the mercy of random chance. She is not waiting for good luck to find her. She is creating her own path, step by step, guided by a force that is much, much bigger than luck or random fortune. It's a force that sees the ultimate outcome from the very beginning and is moving her toward it with relentless determination. That's why she never gives up. That's why she doesn't let fear or doubt control her. Because she knows that every struggle is a part of her unique story, a part of the larger plan that is unfolding exactly as it should. And that knowledge, it's a powerful force, it's strength, it's the fuel that keeps her moving forward even when the road looks dark and uncertain. So when you watch her get up after every fall, when you see her winning against the odds, don't call it luck. Don't say it's coincidence. Know this, her life is a masterpiece still being created. Every moment, every choice, every challenge is part of a purpose-driven story that is being written with intention and power. A clear purpose rather than random chance is the difference between simply getting by and truly flourishing. Between just existing and truly living. Between wandering aimlessly and walking boldly toward a future she was meant to have. She is not just lucky, she is living with a strong purpose. And that purpose is the greatest safeguarding of all. An unshakable belief is the firm ground beneath her every step. It's the quiet power that carries her through when everything around her seems unstable. This isn't a belief that falters when times get tough or disappears when things get difficult. No, this is a belief that stands absolutely firm, unmoving, like a giant rock in the middle of a violent storm. It's not a belief born out of convenience or simple hope. It's a deep conviction formed in the intensity of experience, strengthened by every trial, every heartbreak, and every success. When life shakes her very foundation, when doubts creep in and fear threatens to take hold, she doesn't fall apart. She holds on tightly to a belief so profound, so real, that it acts like an anchor, keeping her steady no matter how wild the storm becomes. That belief is hidden from the outside world, but it's the reason she can smile through pain, walk with confidence through uncertainty, and keep pushing forward when others give up completely. This belief isn't just a passive hope that things will get better someday. It's an active, powerful force that moves her to keep going even when the path isn't clear. It's the reason she refuses to be defined by her difficulties. It's the reason she wakes up every day ready to fight for her dreams, no matter how many times she's been knocked down. Unshakable belief isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about believing that beyond the pain, beyond the struggle, there is a clear purpose. It's about trusting that the hardships she faces are not the end of her story, but an important part of it. It's the kind of belief that whispers in her ear, this is not the finish line, keep moving. When people see her getting up again and again, they don't realize that it's this deep belief that fuels her ability to bounce back. It's what fills her with hope when the future looks uncertain. It's what gives her strength when she feels weak. And it's what protects her from sadness and defeat. This belief isn't just a feeling. It's a force that completely changes her way of thinking and shapes her action. It changes how she deals with difficulties and how she views failure. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, she sees them as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become even stronger. Instead of fear, she feels courage. Instead of doubt, she feels absolute certainty. Unshakable belief is the reason she can forgive those who have hurt her. Not because she forgets what happened, but because she chooses to rise above the pain. It's the reason she can love fiercely, even when love has disappointed her before. It's the reason she can believe in herself when no one else does. This kind of belief gives her a strong shield against negativity. When criticism comes, it simply bounces off. When betrayal stings, it doesn't break her. When failure happens, it doesn't keep her down. She stands tall because she knows something much deeper is holding her up. Belief like this doesn't happen overnight. It's built one day at a time through choices to believe, to trust, and to keep moving forward. It's built through quiet moments of deep thought, or simply holding on when everything else seems lost. And it's built through the understanding that she is never truly alone in her journey. When you watch her succeed, don't mistake it for luck or coincidence. What you're seeing is the immense power of unshakable belief. Belief that can move mountains, break free from chains, and light the way through the very darkest nights. She is not lucky. She is looked after by a belief that cannot be moved, a belief that keeps her steady and growing no matter what life throws her way. That belief is her secret advantage, her greatest strength, and the very core of her unstoppable spirit. Grace is not just a mere word for her. It's a powerful force that flows through her life, lifting her above all the noise and confusion and allowing her to move with a quiet strength that few truly comprehend. Grace isn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about how she deals with life's good and bad times with respect, resilience, and a calm confidence that simply says, I am bigger than this particular moment. When difficulties arise, she doesn't react with anger or bitterness. Instead, she responds with a kind of grace that disarms critics and silences those who doubt her. It's like watching a calm sea in the middle of a fierce storm. The waves might be crashing violently, but the surface remains steady. That steadiness is the power of grace in action. Grace gives her the remarkable ability to forgive without truly forgetting. It's what allows her to let go of past hurts without carrying the heavy burden of resentment. She understands that holding on to anger only ties her to the past, but grace sets her free to move forward, unburdened. She doesn't waste her precious energy on grudges or regrets because she knows that true power lies in letting go, in rising above pain rather than being consumed by it. This grace is not weakness, far from it. It's the strength to show kindness when others are cruel, to offer understanding when others judge, and to maintain her composure when chaos surrounds her. It's a strength that comes from knowing her own worth and refusing to be pulled down by negativity. Grace is her silent victory. It's the way she wins battles without ever needing to raise her voice. When people try to tear her down, she doesn't lower herself to their level. She meets hostility with calm, criticism with confidence, and betrayal with forgiveness. That's grace working quietly in the background, protecting her from the poison of bitterness and hatred. It keeps her spirit whole when the world tries to break it. Grace also profoundly shapes the way she treats others. She gives generously, not just with gifts or words, but with patience, understanding, and deep compassion. She doesn't expect anything in return because grace is unconditional. It's a reflection of something much deeper inside her, something that refuses to be shaken by circumstances or disappointment. As she moves through life with grace, she naturally draws people who respect and value her, not because she demands respect, but because grace naturally commands it. People see her strength in how she conducts herself, and they are drawn to that quiet power. Grace creates a presence that clearly indicates she is someone who has been through difficult battles and emerged stronger on the other side. Grace is her protection in disguise. It shields her from bitterness and despair. It guards her heart from becoming hardened by pain, and it gives her the clarity to see beyond the immediate moment to the bigger picture, where her story is unfolding in all its complexity and beauty. This grace is not something she obtained overnight. It's built slowly through choices to rise above anger, to forgive, and to keep moving forward with a spirit that refuses to be defeated. It's the result of countless moments where she chose strength over bitterness, hope over despair, and love over hate. When you see her standing tall after every setback, Don't assume it's just luck or coincidence. What you are witnessing is the profound power of grace, the kind of grace that protects, heals, and propels her forward no matter what. She is not lucky. She is protected by a grace that cannot be broken. A grace that carries her through the hardest battles with a quiet strength and a powerful dignity. And that grace, it's the very heart of her unstoppable spirit. Discernment is like her hidden protective gear. It's what keeps her safe in a world full of loud noise, distractions, and false promises. It's what allows her to see through all the tricks and illusions, to recognize what is real and what is not, and to make choices that keep her safe from harm while moving her closer to her true path in life. Discernment isn't just about making simple decisions. It's about understanding the clear difference between what truly helps her grow and what holds her back. She faces countless options, voices, and influences. Some are genuine, others are misleading. Some will lift her higher, while others will pull her down. But she doesn't allow herself to get caught up in confusion or swept away by strong emotion. Instead, she listens very carefully to her inner feelings, to the lessons she has learned, and to the quiet wisdom that has grown inside her from all her experiences. Discernment is what stops her from trusting just anyone. It's what tells her that not every hand reaching out is truly there to help, and not every smile hides good intentions. She has learned to understand the unspoken messages, to pick up on the subtle signs that others miss, and because of this, she carefully protects her heart, her time, and her energy from people and situations that would cause her harm. This isn't about being suspicious or overly worried. It's about having clear understanding and wisdom. She knows the great value of her inner peace, and she guards it fiercely. She understands that the wrong relationships, the wrong opportunities, or the wrong way of thinking can be like a slow poison, slowly destroying what she is carefully building. Discernment gives her the power to say no when she needs to, even when it's difficult. It gives her the strength to walk away from what is familiar but unhealthy, and to embrace what is unfamiliar but truly good for her. With discernment, she moves through life like a very skilled navigator. She knows when to push forward and when to take a pause. She knows which battles are truly worth fighting and which ones are better left behind. She understands that not every fight is hers to win, and not every voice deserves her attention. This wisdom protects her from feeling completely exhausted, from wasting energy, and from the heartbreak of placing her trust in the wrong people. Discernment also makes her focus sharper. It helps her concentrate on her goals without being sidetracked by noise or unnecessary drama. She filters out the negativity and the chaos that could throw her off course. She surrounds herself with people who add value to her life, who support her vision, and who respect her personal boundaries. Because she chooses wisely, she is able to keep her energy aligned with her true purpose. And this power of discernment grows stronger over time. Every experience, every mistake, every victory teaches her something new about herself and the world around her. She learns to trust her own judgment more deeply, to listen to her intuition without hesitation, and to act with complete confidence. This is not a gift she was simply given. It's a skill she has developed through hard lessons and quiet moments of deep thought. When others see her calm and confident in situations that would shake most people, they don't realize it's her discernment working quietly behind the scenes. It's what keeps her out of trouble, away from unnecessary drama, and firmly on the path toward success. It's what protects her from making decisions that would cost her her peace or her progress. Discernment is the reason she doesn't waste time explaining herself to the wrong people. It's why she doesn't feel the need to prove her worth to those who refuse to see it. It's why she doesn't chase after approval from places that will never truly give it, because she knows her own value. And her discernment helps her protect it fiercely. In a world full of distractions and dangers, discernment is her greatest safeguard. It's the filter that separates truth from lies, growth from standing still, and progress from distraction. It's the shield that keeps her focused on what matters most: the life she is meant to live, the legacy she is meant to build, and the woman she is steadily becoming. So when you watch her rise above all the noise, when you see her moving forward with clear purpose and understanding, remember this: she is not lucky. She is protected by a powerful discernment that guides her steps and guards her heart. That discernment is her secret advantage, her quiet strength, and the reason she will never be defeated by circumstances or by people who don't truly have her best interests at heart. Discernment isn't just about seeing the path clearly, it's about walking it wisely. And with that wisdom, she moves through life unstoppable, protected, empowered, and unshakable. Purpose is the quiet fire that burns deep inside her. It's the reason she wakes up every morning ready to face the day, even when the weight of the world feels heavy on her shoulders. Purpose gives her life meaning beyond the surface, beyond the daily routines, and beyond the distractions that so easily pull others off course. It's the guiding light that leads her through darkness, the steady rhythm that keeps her heart beating strong when everything else seems uncertain. When you look at her, you might think she's just moving through life like everyone else. But there's something different, a deep, undeniable sense of direction that comes from knowing exactly who she is and why she's here. This isn't a vague hope or simple wishful thinking. This is absolute clarity. This is strong conviction. This is the mighty power of purpose in full effect. Purpose gives her the strength to keep going when others completely give up. It fuels her resilience, reminding her that every setback is a chance for a strong comeback. When she falls, purpose is the voice that says, "Get up, keep moving, your story isn't finished." It doesn't matter how many times she's knocked down. What truly matters is that she always rises again, because purpose doesn't allow her to settle for less than what she was meant to achieve. Living with purpose also means she doesn't waste time on unimportant distractions. She knows her time is precious, and she guards it fiercely. She understands that not everyone or everything deserves a place in her life. Purpose helps her say no to things that don't fit with her vision, no to people who drain her energy, and no to habits that hold her back. It sharpens her focus and keeps her moving forward with clear intention. Purpose gives her peace in the midst of chaos. When life gets messy and unpredictable, she doesn't lose sight of the bigger picture. She sees beyond the immediate struggles and knows that every challenge has a reason. It's all part of a greater plan, and her purpose is the thread that weaves it all together. This perspective keeps her grounded and hopeful, even when the road ahead looks unclear. Because she knows her purpose, she makes choices that truly reflect her authentic self. She doesn't live to please others or chase empty validation. Instead, she moves confidently in the direction of her dreams, guided by a deeper understanding of what truly matters. This authenticity attracts the right people and opportunities into her life, building a support system that lifts her higher. Purpose also inspires her to give back to others. She understands that her journey is bigger than just herself. The strength and lessons she gains aren't meant to be kept secret. They're meant to be shared. Purpose drives her to uplift others, to be a source of hope and encouragement for those still searching for their own path. Her life becomes a beacon, showing others that with clarity and determination, anything is possible. Living with purpose is not without struggles. There are moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But even then, purpose doesn't abandon her. It whispers in the quiet moments, reminding her that she's on the right path, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. It's the steady drumbeat beneath her every step, urging her forward when her legs feel weak. Purpose is what sets her apart from those who drift through life without direction. It's what makes her unstoppable. She's not here by accident or chance. She's here with clear intention, with a mission, and with a power that comes from knowing her worth and her calling. When you see her rise, remember it's not luck or coincidence. It's the power of purpose, an unbreakable force that fuels her spirit, sharpens her focus, and protects her from giving up on herself. This purpose is her armor, her motivation, and the secret to her incredible resilience. She's not just lucky, she's protected by a purpose so powerful it transforms her challenges into triumphs and her dreams into reality. And that purpose, it's the very heartbeat of her unstoppable life. So next time you look at her and think she's just lucky, remember this: luck would have given up on her a long time ago. But safeguarding, that's forever. And that safeguarding, it's what makes her unstoppable. It's what has made her rise every single time life tried to completely break her. She's not lucky. She's protected. And that's why she will always be standing strong when the storm has passed.